president just got impeached. So, anyway, but of all times to be here, you know, that happened. Poor Jimmy. He's been talking about this for, I don't know, like 70 years. And I guess host for one night, and boom, president's impeached. Like, interesting. What can I say? I guess women just get done. Okay, anyway.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. And, well, Samuel L. Jackson had shared some very interesting tidbits, not only about Brie Larson having a complete mental breakdown over Donald Trump winning the 2016 election, but he had some harsh words for Brie Larson's critics. Of course, defaulting to the ever popular leftist terminology incel to insult anybody who I guess has a problem with Brie Larson, had a problem with things that Brie Larson said. Obviously, you all know that I'm a huge fan of Brie Larson, especially these days. Never been a bigger fan. Couldn't be a bigger fan if I tried. But it's an interesting interview. By the way, letting everyone know, the Blueberry Cobbler K-Cups are now available for pre-order. Obviously, Coffee Brand Coffee has nearly 20 different coffee varieties, but we are expanding our K-Cup options for people that demand it. Blueberry Cobbler, we have our medium roast and our dark roast on here. If the pre-sale goes good for Blueberry Cobbler, I'll make sure and roll out more flavors. If people would still prefer to get them as whole bean and ground, that's fine by me too. But all of it goes to support the channel directly. Promo code The Quartering to save. Give us a try. Check out some of the reviews, by the way. Now, Brie Larson was destroyed by Trump's 2016 election victory. Broke down on the set. Samuel L. Jackson claims a new interview. I'm sure she loves him sharing this. Legendary actor Samuel L. Jackson lashed out against former President Donald Trump, saying his win broke Brie Larson, and even labeled the 45th president with racist rednecks. Speaking about his friendship with Larson, Jackson said that she is stronger than people give her credit for. Really? She had a mental breakdown over a president winning. Now, I wasn't happy that Joe Biden won either, but I kept it moving. So credit for it, and shared how Trump's upset in 2016 presidential election broke the actress. The pair were working on the Larson-directed Unicorn Store in 2016 when Trump was elected to the White House, and Larson, like most of Hollywood, wasn't taking Hillary Clinton's defeat well. Don't let him break you. You have to be strong now, Jackson recalled telling Larson as they both cried over giant piles of millions of dollars in an interview with Rolling Stone, adding that they bonded during the election and Trump's win broke her. Jackson, who plays Nick Fury in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, has paired up with Larson several times, including alongside Larson's Carol Danvers in Captain Marvel and Kong Skull Island, with Jackson said where first the two bonded because they both had bad experiences on set. We became great friends during that particular experience because we were having such a hard time, Jackson noted. Jackson, who was an usher at Martin Luther King's funeral in 1968, went on to describe what his life was like growing up as a black man and how growing up in the 50s and 60s he experienced difficult things, but can see how the world really hasn't changed. Well, that's just dumb and ignorant. The world has changed, bro. It's changed bigly. Are there racist people out there? Yep. Are there white racist people? Yep. Are there black racist people? Yep. Sounds like Samuel L. Jackson might have some derogatory opinions about large groups of white people with whom he's never met nor understood. I have absolutely no doubt that given his age, he has experienced racism in his life, and that's not okay. But neither is, pretending nothing's changed in your life. Samuel L. Jackson is worth $100 million. Okay. He is a beloved actor. And while maybe in the 50s and 60s things sucked, I find it impossible to believe that in 2023 he really thinks nothing's changed. The actor opened up on his views on St. Floyd. By the way, congratulations on, I believe, his 3rd year of sobriety. The protests and how they resembled a modern version of the Vietnam uprisings. No, they didn't. Did the Vietnam uprisings, were they looting targets? Now, I guess I don't know. Were they? I might be asking. I don't remember seeing anything like that. Were they burning down Wendy's fast food restaurants? You know, he goes on. Jackson said it was great to see the different backgrounds protesting injustice, but claimed that the, quote, powers were doing all they could to keep change from happening. That part hasn't changed. In my opinion, it's kind of worse. They used to hide it. Now they don't hide it anymore. When I grew up in segregation, I knew which white people didn't want to be bothered with me. I knew how they felt about me. I know how Republicans feel about me now because of what my mindset is. Jackson then grouped Trump with people who try to keep him from succeeding when the actor was younger, saying the GOP continues to do it against groups that they don't share their ideology. Oh, yeah, and Democrats are totally supportive of people that don't share theirs. The fact of the matter is they're both garbage. They're both, in general, garbage people. You know, when I see Trump, I see the same rednecks I saw when I was growing up who called me the N-word and to try and keep me in my place. That's what the Republican Party is to me. They're doing it to young people, gay people. They don't care who you are. If you're not them, you're the enemy. Well, that is incredibly ironic. Incredibly ironic. And look, Sam Jackson is allowed to, you know, feel the way he wants to feel. He's allowed to say the things that he wants to say, but he's just flat out wrong that nothing's changed. I mean, this guy is worshipped. A black man. A black man has been president for 8 years. I'm not sure, you know, is that still racism alive and well? It's like this people with this victimhood mindset, they just never want to give it up. Even in the face of overwhelming evidence that things are getting better, things are changing. Has racism been eradicated? No. But like, I vote Republican. I don't have any problem with black folks. I don't have any problem with Samuel L. Jackson, even though he clearly lumps a lot of white people together in a derogatory way. By the way, this may shock Samuel L. Jackson, but there are a lot of black Republicans too. Shockingly. Maybe he should sit down with some of them. Maybe he should sit down with Larry Elder once. Just have a talk with him because he's a Republican, right? Samuel L. Jackson stood up for his Marvel co-star Brie Larson during a recent interview with Rolling Stone, in which Nick Fury actor was asked about Larson being the target of toxic Marvel fans on social media. The two headlined 2019's Captain Marvel. Oh God, I cannot wait for the Marvels. I know they keep delaying it, but like, man, those were the days. You know, getting a new, 2,000 new subscribers a day. It was just absolute amazing, and it was a hilarious time. It's very, very, very interesting to me, and I just can't wait. I can't wait. Captain Marvel, which was review brigaded by trolls for featuring Larson's female superhero in a leading role. Yeah, I remember all those same trolls that review brigaded Black Widow. Oh, did that not happen? Dang it. It's just so easy to break these idiots' narratives. They live in a bubble where like they're never forced to critically think. They're never forced to actually address their own ridiculousness. Jackson called her a stronger person. Yes, of course. We talked the bond. I was like, we bonded through the election while we were doing her movie. When Donald Trump won, Jackson remembered she was broken. I was like, don't let him break you. You have to be strong now. She said, they want me to do a Marvel movie. Should I? I was like, heck yeah, let's do it. Addressing Larson's online haters, Jackson said, she's not going to let any of that stuff destroy her. These incel dudes who hate strong women, or that the fact that she's a feminist who has an opinion and expressed it, everybody wants to be who they want them to be. She is who she is, and she is genuinely that. Look, I think Brie Larson has done a lot to kind of repair her likability through her YouTube channel, which she promptly abandoned. you know, I think that it was an interesting time in history. Her comments were inflammatory, obviously going back to her acceptance speech where she said something like, you know, I don't care what a 40-year-old white guy thinks about A Stitch in Time because the movie's not for him. You know, you get what she was trying to say, you know. But ultimately, you have this situation where people didn't react too well to that. People didn't like her from Jump Street, and so that carried on through her anointment. And Marvel didn't do her any favors either by making Captain Marvel like the super strongest Mary Sue character in history. And let's be honest, she's not very good as a superhero. She's a good actress, I think. And I think, you know, she's smart and she's a good-looking woman. But yeah, she's no Captain Marvel. It just doesn't fit. But maybe it's because all that other context is there and it makes it hard to enjoy the character. But I mean, if Marvel thought she was so great, why was she in Infinity War, or I'm sorry, Endgame, for like 30 seconds out of a 3.5-hour movie? Why have they delayed the Marvels a half a dozen times? Why have they added 7 different co-stars to the Marvels? Marvel knows that this movie's going to flizz up and it's going to be great. All those darn incels, though. This is going to be great marketing, though. I'm sure lots of people will love to run to see the Marvels after hearing what Samuel L. Jackson has to say. Hope you enjoyed this video, though. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. Check out Coffee Brand Coffee, promo code The Quartering to save, or Meta PCs, which is the computer I use. Check it out. Do some fun custom builds. Talk to their chat people. Tell them The Quartering sent you. And that would be awesome. Talk to you again real soon.